I think we have a really great dynamic on this campus where students are involved in a lot of different things at one time. You're getting to meet all different sorts of people. There's so many opportunities for students to be involved on campus that there's something for everyone.
We've got ministries, we've got Greek life, we've got athletics and intramurals, we've got clubs, we've got honors and organizations. We've got just about something for everybody, and if we don't, no problem, we'll make it happen.
I love playing intramurals on this campus. I get to be athletic with all my sorority sisters and just come together as a team.
Lakeland creates a really amazing community for Florida Southern College's students.
I'm a really big fan of just venturing out and finding something new every weekend. This is a small community, this is a safe place, and it's somewhere you can be yourself. We don't just say it, we mean it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this broadcast of the Florida Southern College Esports Program. I will be one of your casters. My name is Coach Antor, and alongside me is...
T or Jose. Go by both.
All right, good. You're T to me, so we'll go with T for now. But the Mocs are playing the University of North Georgia today in the second week of the PeachBelt Conference. The PeachBelt is a partner conference in the College League of Legends league, if you will, in the spring. The Mocs got a forfeit win last week against Augusta and now look to continue that streak into week number 2. Really excited to see how it goes.
Exciting to watch that hard-fought forfeit. You know?
Yeah, right. I was excited. We were ready for last week. Didn't quite come out to be an exciting day, but a win's a win at this point. We move on to week 2, and I think the team's ready for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make sure all my audio is right here. That'll get you awake in the morning. Team is excited to get a pick here on Jinx, it appears. But how about you tell us a little bit about yourself, T, and kind of your experience with League of Legends at this point?
Been playing League since around like 2016 and on and off. Certified silver player, almost climbed to gold one season. Haven't seen it yet. So I have quite a bit of experience playing the game, not too much in high elo, so this is going to be fun to cast.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is exciting. I love the level we play at here at Florida Southern. I am a gold 4 player. Oh, that's going to be loud. We'll figure out how to talk over ourselves here. Yeah. We've got a good, exciting day ahead of us here. But we're trying out the new esports arena. We got it on the big screen projector. We're in the back of the room on the mic, and we'll be testing things out, making sure everything looks good. But excited to kind of start a new era of Mox esports with the arena, with seating, with spectators, and all that fun stuff.
And hopefully the echo here isn't too bad with the projector in the background.
Yeah, I might have to turn on the projector when we see how it goes. But overall, I'm really excited about it.
So far, what do you think of this bot lane matchup we're seeing here from the Mox?
It's going to be an interesting matchup. It's not very often we see the Lulu on the opposite team. Usually Lane Dappy likes to pick up that Lulu, so it'll be interesting being on the opposite side of the map this one. And champion we're going against, the Corki pick is pretty normal with Dragowski. He really likes the Corki. Jinx is a good pick for Hipster. He really likes the scaling power of Jinx. And our bot lane is traditionally the strong part of our lineup. Dragowski last fall played in the jungle. He's now switched to mid lane as Draken has come in back from Brazil as a master jungler, is now back in the jungle. And we're excited to have him back. And then we'll have good kid AJ, who was our mid laner last semester, will be playing top lane. Oftentimes we'll see him on more of a carry top lane. Not sure if that'll be the case today. But we see a lot of Kennen, some Akshan potentially. His top lane picks are a little... They can be either way. There was some talk about a tank top lane, but we'll see if that is the case or not when we get into the second round of picks and bans. This will be a best-of-3 series today against, again, the University of North Georgia. One of the only losses we had last year in CLOL in the PeachBelt was against University of North Georgia. So this matchup, there's some history behind it, and the Florida Southern Mocs are going to hope to make some exciting progress in it and hopefully pick up a win today.
Ganks in this game against the Mocs are going to be pretty tough looking at Hecarim here. Lots of CC across the team so far. Going to be really annoying trying to escape that if they get ganked.
Oh, for sure. Going up against to get Vagar is never fun. Hecarim is going to be put a lot of pressure on the map from the jungle side. Looks like we're picking up the Olaf. That'll be an interesting jungle pick for the Mox. And now we wait to see who is going to go top lane here for AJ, and it's going to be an Ornn. There was some talk before the game about an Ornn pick in the top lane. It's an interesting pick. A little bit of a change in the jungle. I haven't seen Durakan play any, or Dorakan play any Olaf lately. And Olaf doesn't have a massive win rate in the jungle either.
He doesn't have a massive pick rate either, so this is going to be very interesting and entertaining to see, especially against a Hecarim.
Yes, absolutely. It'll be really interesting. I'm not sure what they're going to be looking for with this Olaf and how this changes the gameplay.
Oh.
And we're back to lobby here. Let's see. We'll hop on over back to waiting screen. We'll be right back, and with hopefully picks and bans as we get ready for the first game.
No spark between us anyway.
End of the line. Let me end this. Now I'm angry.
Playtime's over.
Never look back.
You're scared. Good to know. I shall rule.
right, and we are on the Rift, ready to take on Game 1 of this best-of-3 series between your Mocs of Florida Southern College and the University of North Georgia. Again, this is a PeachBelt Conference matchup within the College League of Legends season this spring 2022. And I'm excited to get this underway here. I'm really excited. I don't know who won the draft technically, but Hecarim and Vigar or Lulu, that's going to be a scary bunch of champions if we're being honest. I think on our side, though, Corky, Dragowski's always really strong. Our bot lane is also a strong point. But haven't gotten to see Doricon yet this spring on the Mocs team, so that'll be fun to watch. And AJ's in a new lane, so we've got a lot of potential wild cards and new people and new positions that I'm really excited about. Looks like right here we're kind of starting pretty passive on both sides. Nothing too exciting going on, no invades.
I saw as you were talking a little bit of peeking into the enemy jungle from both sides. UNG's bot lane kind of peeking into River, and then Florida Southern walking up to ward UNG's red side. But other than that, you're right, nothing was really happening, no engagements or anything like that.
Look, we got a little bit of a early trade here in the mid lane, and now a little bit of poking going down in the bot lane. Lane Dappy landing a nice spell there on Karma. Top lane's going to be just a lot of hitting back and forth of two monster champions. Not expecting a whole lot early game up in top lane. Bot lane, Jinx is going to be pretty weak usually in the early game, but Karma does bring some pressure. AJ gets a nice trade there. Lane Dappy on Karma again, going to apply that pressure.
Lane Dappy seems to be applying really good pressure there, keeping Caitlyn and Lulu out of range for the farm. If they can push this under the tower, that would be really nice. Looks like they did.
A bad trade there by AJ is going to push him back a little bit, but he should be able to heal back up passively. This Trundle is going to... it's going to be scary if this Trundle can get big. Trundle is a scary champion. He can shred armor, shred teams pretty quickly.
Looks like Trundle's trying to pick out a gank if he can, or just back here.
Yep, Hecarim's in this top bush looking for an opportunity. He might have it here. AJ gonna flash out. Might have misclicked that and gonna go down first blood on the side of North Georgia. Hecarim's gonna take that kill as AJ goes down. Our jungler is quite ahead in terms of farm, but Hecarim did pick up that kill. Definitely unfortunate, but in the bot lane we see a very oppressive farm difference here. Florida Southern is pushing their bot lane just out of the ability to farm at all. Karma is a champion that'll poke the other team out when done properly, and we're seeing just that. We've got a farm lead of 30 to 14 now in the bot lane. Jinx almost double the farm of Caitlyn. Just going to pick up a couple more here. Maybe not. Missing those last hits.
Similar situation in the jungle with Olaf having about 18 farm over Hecarim right now. The kill narrows that down quite a bit, but there still is that substantial farm difference.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times you can equate about 15 farm to one kill. So a little bit of a lead if you take that calculation in on the Hecarim side, but Olaf's going to have an advantage on his jungle rotations. Now AJ is going to try to push Trundle out a little bit in terms of this farm. Karma looks for a roam. Not going to get a ton out of that. Corky just backs off. Got a wave crashing in the bot lane as Karma roamed to the mid lane. I'd assume that this North Georgia bot lane is probably going to reset, buy up. Has some gold to spend.
Yep, so far a pretty slow first 5 minutes of the game. Not much happening other than that first gank.
Yes, absolutely. Florida Southern is the blue side team this first game. They chose or elected to take blue side first. With blue side, you get first pick. So there's some priority there. We'll see if it works out for this Mox League of Legends team.
Seeing
Olaf.
here, Duraikon's trying to get the wonderful dragon first drag here, and since they have like mid and bot priority, they should get this pretty easily with Hecarim not being able to do much other than just grab Scuttle.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely have the priority there and pick up the dragon fairly easily. This bot lane is harassing this this North Georgia bot lane, getting a lot of farm down.
JP looking to get an invade in on Mox blue side. Didn't really work out for him though. Probably trying to look for another gank top side instead.
Gonna clear some vision there in the river. Potentially setting up a gank for Hecarim in the top lane the next time he comes back. There's that damage that Trundle can lay down. Just kind of takes that damage down and down pretty quickly, scaling.
Sadly, AJ, our wonderful Ornn, couldn't really do much there. Had to just kind of take the hits and hope he could grab some farm under his tower.
Absolutely. I think right now in this comp, and the pick for the Ornn is basically Ornn's a meat shield. Ornn is the engage, has a little bit of engage, but a lot of times it's just going to be the meat shield for the fight. Doesn't need to be outputting damage. His job is not to get fed. His job is to be that body when we look at to mid to late game team fights.
That beautiful wall. I'm looking forward to see what item he decides to build first for his teammates here, seeing who gets prio on that. I'm assuming Jinx.
Absolutely. That'll be interesting to watch. No kills yet on the side of Florida Southern. One death for them happened earlier on in the top lane when a Hecarim came and ganked against this Ornn. Beyond that, nothing. No kills have gone down. We do have a Rift Herald spawning in 30 seconds. We'll be interested to see if Florida Southern prioritizes that Rift Herald relatively early, as they continue to have priority in that mid and bot lane.
With how it's going, I'm going to assume that Florida Southern won't really go for the Rift. They'll just probably try to stack drags here, especially with AJ having a tiny bit of trouble against the Trundle. As you said earlier, he's not meant to be this huge damage champion, so it might be a little weird trying to get prio on that Rift Herald.
It is going to be difficult with that prio on the top lane, but we do see a little bit of an advantage in terms of farm in the jungle and mid lane, and they could try to force something there. I'm not sure it would be the right call, but it is something. When it comes to the dragons, I don't see them having any trouble getting those dragons if things continue the way they're going right now.
And an overall 300, almost 400 gold lead on the side of FSC.
Yes, that's definitely that bot and mid jungle, or that bot and mid farm difference. We're starting to see it in the gold a little bit. Nice bit of poke there by Shanghai. Going to continue to push this a little bit. Caitlyn does have a very good poke and range. A nice gank here by Olaf. Going to pick up a kill for Jinx, potentially another one. Puts a lot of damage down on that Caitlyn, and they're going to be able to crash this turret.
Another gank happening top lane, a tower dive.
That is a
about
lot.
to go down here.
That is a lot thrown at AJ there. An ult from Hecarim going to give Trundle a kill. Top side of this map is going one way, and the rest of the map is going the other. Caitlyn's still around. Olaf going to make a nice little gank here, ulting. Not quite sure. A nice ult by Jinx is going to pick up that kill. Two kills on Jinx at 9 minutes is going to be scary for North Georgia if they don't know how to slow her down.
Lulu throwing out her exhaust, not doing much there. That'll be on cooldown for quite a while.
And we're going to see Olaf starting to take the camps of this North Georgia team as they try to suffocate this Hecarim out of the game. Potentially just one camp at a time. If the camp goes to Florida Southern, it does not go to North Georgia. And that's kind of the point here as Olaf picks up a couple camps in the opposite jungle.
Hecarim grabbed Rift here, looking to invade Mox blue side, taking Gromp instead, or Gromp as well. Probably going to back after this or look for another gank top. AJ having quite a bit of difficulty dealing with this. It's very oppressive.
Absolutely, it is. We do see a dragon coming up in 20 seconds Florida Southern should be able to set something up here. They did reset. They should have an item lead. Jinx did complete her Kraken, and that's a pretty early Kraken, which is going to be really good for Florida Southern. AJ doesn't quite know Heckram's there. This is going to be not a good situation for Orn, as another gank is going to leave him dead. And another kill picked up by Heckram.
If you see there, he tried to E Trundle's Iceberg. Didn't really work out because he did it just a tiny bit too early. Might have gotten that knock-up off on Heckram otherwise, but very good effort here.
A nice dragon pickup on the side of Florida Southern. Continually grabbing those neutral objectives is going to kind of make those top lane trades okay.
Tower Dive
nice.
getting 2 kills, only trading 1 off here.
That was an amazing ult again by Jinx, going to pick up a 3rd kill. Jinx is going to get big really fast if they don't slow and stop this bleeding in the bot side of the map.
Soon Mox might want to pay attention to top lane. Trundle putting a lot of pressure in on Orn here again on that 2nd turret.
Absolutely. Trundle is going to be a scary specimen when it comes to split pushing if they don't stop the bleeding there. But I think for Florida Southern, the trades that they're getting are positive. We're looking at a little bit of a gold lead. They're getting the gold on Jinx, who they need to have the gold lead on. And we talk about scaling champions. Jinx is one of those where if you get the kills on Jinx, you're going to be in a great place.
Corki as well about to hit one of his power spikes, about to finish up Cole, get that huge gold bonus and trying to stack Manamune here in the bot lane. Trundle catching that wave and Corki probably getting back here.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a lane swap there with FSC. They take the first turret bot lane, and then they switch to mid lane to go after that turret. Corki ended up in the bot lane, and Trundle ended up in the bot lane as well. It's an interesting matchup. I'm not sure if Corki's going to try to keep that matchup. If Orn and Corki will switch, we'll see. Jinx continually farming, up 20 farm against the Caitlyn. That's a pretty massive gold lead with 3 kills on top of that. We're seeing Corki staying in the bot lane, going up against Trundle.
Ooh, Corki low on mana. But luckily, Karma comes in from the side. Didn't quite get that root off there, but got Trundle to disengage, so Corki's now safe.
FSC doesn't have vision of this Hecarim. It's going to be a very scary potential situation here. If Hecarim decides, no, he's not, he's backing off, and Dorekhan is going to pick up that kill. I'm gonna fudge his name all season long. I tell you right now.
It's gonna be wonderful. Or blocking that Caitlyn ult. Another tower dive from Hecarim here. Hopefully we can get that kill off. Sadly, Jinx fell, but Hecarim died as well.
There's some shutdown gold for Orn. Unfortunate shutdown on Jinx. But Dorekhan now gonna chase down this Lulu. Now turning towards Caitlyn. That's gonna be a double kill for Olaf. And this Olaf's going to get pretty big as well. Now 4-1.
3 down on UNG right now. Sadly, FSC doesn't have any objectives to really get here past the mid turret, but with Vigor defending it, not sure if they will be able to grab this here.
Yeah, FSC's now up 2k gold, which is a pretty big gold lead. Corki with a nice kill, going to get out of that. That was a close one for Florida Southern. One more CC, and they would have lost a player or two. Now Trundle
might be caught out here. No, never mind. Just casually walks away from the enemy Trundle.
Jinx picks up the red buff. Now going to be able to clear this this wave. Looking like they're giving the gold to Corki a little bit there. Corki's got a nice gold lead. Jinx's farm lead has diminished a little bit here.
But this is a massive, like, almost 3 grand gold difference between these teams.
It is. It is. The gold lead has definitely expanded quite a bit. We have 2 Drakes secured. We have priority going. We have a couple turrets down. It's looking really good for Florida Southern right now. We've got a 4K or a 4 kill lead as well. Now we have Dragon coming up in 45 seconds. When we look at the vision out here, it looks like Florida Southern might have a little bit better setup. They're going to be the first to the Dragon Pit, going to be able to clear some of this vision.
Rift coming up as well. It looks like UNG is going to decide to try to contest this and get Prio Drag instead so that they can stop Florida Southern's Dragon stacking instead of just taking the Rift instead here. Big fight happening. 2 from UNG dying, 3 from UNG dying. Might try to... Yep, Lulu getting tower dived. Just barely manages to get out with 1 health.
Yeah, she's going to get away, but this Jinx is continuing to pick up kills via her ult. And now FSC is going to turn their attention towards the Dragon. Actually, first they're going to take this turret, it looks like, and then they're going to focus towards Dragon.
Turret used Jinx's excitement to just run over to drag. Corki being cheeky trying to get that blue, but sadly Trundle just grabbed it out from under him.
They did. It looks like that Trundle used Smite to take the blue, which means that he doesn't have Smite, or potentially doesn't have Smite for the Dragon, which you'll kind of take that trade if you're FSC.
Trundle didn't Smite, he bit. He doesn't have Smite.
Oh, he bit. You're right. He doesn't have Smite?
He's top lane.
He does have... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong champion. You're right. Coach Ator Gap. What's up? Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in so far.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've got a good matchup going here.
Looks like FSC is grabbing Rift this time. A nice little surprise instead of Hecarim grabbing it from right under their noses.
We see a continual expanding of the lead on the side of FSC, which is really exciting to see, and this is what you want to see, especially when this is their first official game of the CLOL season. Sometimes you just want to get those nerves out of the way, get a first win, and they're just doing it. They're doing it clean. They're doing it clean. They're picking up the Drakes. They're picking up the second Rift Herald. They're picking up turrets when they can. This Trundle is going to be a little bit of a headache when we start talking about split pushing, but overall we've got a nice lead in terms of gold in the jungle and the ADC.
A nice thing I'm seeing in this match that we don't really see down in gold and silver much is that the teams aren't constantly A-ramming it. They're actually deciding, okay, we're going to split up the team, go top and bot, to put that pressure on other lanes, especially when there's not any objective up.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're at 17 minutes now in this first game of a best-of-3 series. Lulu's trying to freeze this wave a little bit, keep the farm for her ADC.
Vigar getting caught out, getting collapsed on top lane. Ornn grabbing a kill.
It's a nice kill there by Ornn. A nice little wander, a roam by Karma. Gonna clear up some of this vision. Hecarim's heading top to try to stop this Ornn from pushing. Jinx is hanging out mid lane. Corki's hanging out bot lane. Florida Southern continues to spread out across the map and take those gold opportunities. Instead of fighting over a small pot of money, they're spreading it out really nicely.
Especially like having this tower be taken top and Karma forcing Hecarim to run away. Surprisingly enough from his own Krugs.
We're now looking at a 4.5K gold lead on the side of FSC with 3 dragons up. The next dragon will come up in 2.5. Baron coming up in 1 minute. Corki hanging out in bot lane, picking up some farm. Doesn't know that Trundle's there.
Trundle just tower diving Corki here. Oh,
those turrets aren't doing anything to this Trundle. This Trundle's pretty big.
Trundle grabs the kill. Ornn comes in, engages on him. Trundle trying to run away, being slowed constantly. Looks like Trundle might go down here from our Ornn. Karma coming in from the side. And picking up the kill.
Karma's going to take that kill and head back to mid lane, it looks like. Olaf might be looking for a run down here. That was an odd interaction.
Olaf sliding into Caitlyn's DMs over there.
Holy cow. An ult by Hecarim.
Doraikon might get caught out here, but Jinx is providing the pressure that he needs to escape.
Here comes an Ornn.
Vigar down again. Jinx excitement tower diving solo. Grabbing 2 kills and escaping.
We've got all 5 members of the Florida Southern team running down mid lane. They have Rift Herald as well. They're going to be pressuring down this inhibitor, potentially the Nexus. We're at 20 minutes currently. That's a hit on the Rift Herald onto the inhibitor.
Caitlyn down again. Can't do much under tower.
A
Trundle
nice
down
clear.
as well. Looks like FSC might be able to end this game right here.
They are hitting down that Nexus. We're just shy of the 21-minute mark, and FSC is going to take game
And
one.
we get Scuttle dancing.
The Scuttle is, the Rift is still alive as Florida Southern takes the victory in game number one.
Always love calling him Monster Scuttle.
That's exciting right there. We're going to change the Florida Southern score to 1. Best of 3 series. And we're going to get ready for game number 2.
UNG possibly sweating a little here after losing that first one. Pressure's on.
We're going to take a little bit of a break, but we'll be back for game number 2 real shortly.
you want.
All right, we are in picks and bans of game number 2 here in this best of 3 series. Florida Southern up 1-0 against University of North Georgia. We had a 21-minute game. Florida Southern ending that game relatively quickly, and now we're into those picks and bans. What do you think is going to change in these picks and bans, T?
Honestly, I'm suspecting both sides will probably do the same bans, if not UNC?
NG.
UNG might do the same, might switch like 1 or 2 bans to counter what was happening last match, but I'm suspecting that since it worked, Mox will probably ban the same exact people, might go for a similar team comp again.
Yeah, I'm skeptical who this last ban's going to be on the side of North Georgia. If it's not Jinx, I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know. It'd be weird to not ban Jinx here unless they felt like the problem was Karma.
There's the
and
Jinx.
they banned
pick.
Jinx.
I fully expected that. I mean, the Jinx pick was a massive positive when we look at the game outcome on the side of Florida Southern.
And even looking at the meta as a whole, Jinx is such a monster right now with how powerful she is and how hard she scales in general. Not having Jinx on your team kind of hurts sometimes.
Absolutely. We'll see who they prioritize here on the side of North Georgia. Not quite sure what they're going to be pushing for here. The Heckram and Trundle weren't terrible for their team play. It looks like a Jhin priority. Interesting first pick, prioritizing that Jhin.
Powerful character, lots of damage.
It is. I'd be a little skeptical or a little pushing back. From a coach's perspective, I'd be pushing back on prioritizing that bot lane. Their bot lane did not perform extremely well last game. And prioritizing that pick, I think, brings up some questions in my opinion.
I feel as though from their point of view, they're trying to say to themselves, oh, it was just Jinx that was giving the issues. And that's probably the outlook they're taking on this, hoping that Jinx is like the big pick on our side.
True.
And going with the Jhin to try to get
cow.
like a powerful bot lane.
This Karma pick and Caitlyn is going to be even worse of a poke comp in that bot lane than the last game with the Jinx. I mean, the Caitlyn poke and a Karma poke is going to be crazy. This bot lane on the side of North Georgia is going to have to play so safe, or else they're going to give up a kill or two early, and we'll have the same situation where we have a massively fed bot lane.
And correct me if I'm wrong, is Nami not the wrong pick here in relation to this? Because wouldn't they want to do more of like some kind of hook character if they can play it and then try to get it?
Not necessarily. I think what you want to do is look for a little bit of sustain here. So I don't think Nami is a terrible pick.
Right.
But the Nami is going to have to position in a very passive way. This North Georgia bot lane needs to realize before we get into game that they're not going to win hope early game. They're not going to pick off. They're not going to get a kill early game. They need to play passive, farm up, and look to the mid to late game if they want to be successful. Maybe wait for a gank. Who knows, depending on who the jungler is and what the jungler on Florida Southern side is. But I think the Nami pick's not bad. Because I think if you look at a big engaged champion in this against a Caitlyn who's really strong early game, you're just going to end up being poked out a lane and having to back a lot. So I think the Nami pick's all right.
FSC flexing their muscles a bit and taking Hecarim this match, which is, if UNG's side only really knows how to play Hecarim, this is going to really hurt them hard here.
Interesting. That Viego might be a pick from the jungle side on their side of things. So it could be the counter to Viego. Interesting to see Hecarim go on Dorican, though. I don't know if I've seen him play Hecarim much lately. But it'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll see some activity in the bot lane when we look at the Hecarim and his rotations. Just a guess.
Our wonderful master player from Brazil on Hecarim, the funny horse.
Yeah. I would look to see ganks from Hecarim in the bot side, in the bot lane, in the mid lane as much as possible. We're probably going to see a lot of activity from this Hecarim. Not so much in the top lane is my guess, but who knows? Sometimes they put AJ on a carry top laner, and we might look at being aggressive more in that top lane. With the Jace ban, it does eliminate one of AJ's options, but the Gwen is going to be the pickup on AJ's side.
It's gonna be fun to see. Gwen top lane against whoever UNG decides to pick against that.
It'll be interesting. I don't know if I've seen much Gwen play on AJ's part either.
Bringing out Shen against Gwen here. It's a good
Shen?
matchup because they rhyme.
It does. Again, I'm a little confused. The Shen pick is usually a pick where you're kind of supporting the rest of your team and not looking to be the one that's fed. But the top lane last game was the strongest one on their lineup. So kind of nerfing that person, I think I just have some questions. But we do see a Brand mid. Brand can output a lot of damage. But he can be poked out of lane pretty quickly too. So we'll see what we pick in mid lane for Dragowski.
My guess here is because they prioritized top lane last time and it just didn't work out for them, they might be switching up the strategy, focusing on bot lane or mid lane instead, and then trying to just get that lane fed and see if they can hyper carry to also counter FSC's bot lane from last match.
Could be. Now we see Lux pick on Dragowski. I almost see Lux and Brand as kind of the similar champions, but Lux is just a better Brand when we look at his kit versus her kit. I think when we look at who won this draft, I'm really looking at FSC right now. FSC did a fantastic job at prioritizing what they wanted to prioritize, picking counters where they could, and I really like this bot lane of Caitlyn Karma. It should be really exciting, a lot of poke, a lot of fighting, or maybe picking up some kills if this Nami and Jhin aren't safe. We are going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here as we wait for the spectator countdown to begin, and we will be back in about 2 minutes. And we are back on the Rift here in game number 2 in this best-of-3 series, Florida Southern versus University of North Georgia. Florida Southern did take game number 1 when they were on blue side. Now we swap sides. Florida Southern is on the red side. And we're going to see if we get some juicy start here. It looks like a pretty standard 5-point. Not a whole lot of invading happening at this point in time, but here we go, game number 2.
Yeah, we were talking about and discussing like whether one side or the other would try and invade here, but it looks like they're both going to play it safe again. A small fight looking to happen in topside blue river? Topside river. Zoraikon taking a bit of damage, might have to back here.
A little bit of back and forth there. The North Georgia has a little bit better of a poke, that level 1. Zoraikon should be able to heal back up on this red with Smite.
Both junglers starting topside, which is an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, that is interesting, that blue. Now, this is probably because I'm assuming North Georgia is going to look to gank at level 2 or 3 in that bot side. So he's going to clear his top jungle, clear his bottom jungle, and then head bot lane. He might meet Hecarim at the same time. It is interesting that both junglers do start that top side. Traditionally, junglers will start on that bottom side to get some poke or some help from their bot lane champions.
We'll see after these second camps are finished what type of clear each jungler is going for. It looks like Viego might do a full clear here, so we might see a delayed gank, if anything, on bot side. Zoraikon still working on those Krogs, whittling them down, finally finish them.
He's a little bit behind there, and he'll probably be second to a gank if that gank does happen in bot lane.
Both junglers looking to do a full clear here. Probably gonna gank at level 4, if anything, or fight over Scuttle. Viego probably gonna have prio over it because of his speed advantage here. Bit of trading happening topside.
A little bit of poking back and forth here in this mid lane.
Viego looking to gank bot lane with FSC pushed up. This could be dangerous for them.
Plain Dappy's got a little bit of a speed there. They're going to get out of there, no problem at all.
Viego left some of his jungle uncleared, trying to get the Scuttle here. Brand ready to rotate bot if anything happens, which might be dangerous for Hecarim.
Hecarim looking at a little bit of a skirmish potentially here. Brand going to get stunned by Lux. Lots of poke going back and forth in this mid or bottom river area.
I'd say Brand definitely lost that trade there. Caught off guard by Lux with that poke. Unable to help his jungler.
Clearing this vision in this bot try. FSC is going to have priority in this bot lane. Going to be able to probably get some hits off on this tower. AJ and Weasel fighting a little bit here in the top lane. A little bit of back and forth between the Shen and Gwen.
Both of them use their funny circles already, so if they do fight, it'll just be straight raw.
Well, funny circles, I like that.
They have funny circles.
They do. A nice taunt landed.
Oh.
Hecarim coming in, though, for a little bit of a gank here. They're going to get the kill off, and Hecarim's going to pick up that kill. Gwen picking up the assist. She's going to be able to clear this farm.
First blood going to FSC, looking to just shove this under tower. Gold lead on FSC side again, about 600 gold. Shen using TP to get back here fast.
Wave crashing in bot lane. They're probably, the side of UNG is probably going to back here in the bot lane, go pick up some items with the gold they've accumulated. Viego mid lane might be standing on a ward. Yes, he is. Viego is standing on a ward, so Lux knows exactly where he is. He's going to back off.
this will be very advantageous to FSC's side since they know Viego's going to be bot side for a bit. If Hecarim wanted to, he could just clear top side, get another gank top, or try to do something mid lane. Drag's already up, so they might be looking to get Drag Cryo instead of either of those things. Karma invading.
Not quite sure what Karma's doing, but Karma does what she wants to do, and that's more of a Flandappy does what he wants to do. Might get caught out here. Gonna try to escape. Nice little root and poke out onto the Viego and gets out.
Flandappy living life dangerously but surviving.
Pretty even up here in the top lane. Even in the mid lane. A little bit of a farm lead in the bot lane. Neither team able to get the dragon yet. Good poke by Nami and Jin on the side of North Georgia. Can't quite finish the kill though. Caitlyn walks away.
That's Ignite down for UNG's side. Hipster just barely surviving here. Oh, we might see a tower dive here coming from Hecarim.
Not quite sure that's what they want to do. They do ping the dragon, potentially looking at that as their next objective. Looks like bot lane might have called him off on it. Hecarim going to start the dragon.
Looks like FSC's bot lane is staying around just in case Hecarim needs help with any type of engage or anything, but Viego is topside looking to gank. Possibly.
Yeah, so Viego is topside, so there should be a free dragon on the side of FSC. And FSC is never going to complain about a free dragon.
Even if it's just a Cloud Drake, that extra bit of out-of-combat movement speed can always help. Let's see, bot lane took a quick chance to back there. All their summoners up, except heal. Had to double check that.
Shen is starting to get a little bit of a farm lead here over this Gwen. Viego is invading our top side jungle. Gonna try to take this red. Flandappy with a nice stun on Nami. Good poke coming down on the side of Florida Southern and ult. Going to take down Nami with that ult. Caitlyn, Hipster G, picking up a kill in the bot lane.
Unfortunately for Sadkek the Nami, Shanghai backed there. Not sure if he even noticed what was going on or if he just didn't want to get himself killed. Engage looking to happen. Top side.
They're trading reds here. Viego did take Florida Southern's red. Florida Southern takes their red.
AJ might be in danger here with Shen and Viego looking to do a tower dive here.
Shen misses the taunt. Gwen is going to still be alive a little bit here. Shen taking some turret damage and going to take down Gwen.
Another tower dive happening bot side. Jin going down, Dracon getting the kill.
This is another game. What we're seeing is trades, topside going in favor of North Georgia, trades in the bot lane going in the favor of Florida Southern. And last game, it didn't quite work out for North Georgia. So we'll see if anything changes in this second game, but...
Well, I feel as they decided to pick a carry jungle and then prioritize topside again. And if Viego gets the kills here, he could be a problem, but not sure.
That's true. It's very true.
Viego invading FSC's red side, taking Krugs and just leaving one baby there so that it can't respawn whenever Dracon tries to farm. UNG's jungle looking to take Rift here. FSC can't really do much about it. Drag's not up, so they can't counter anything.
No, FSC doesn't have a ton of vision in this top side at all, and they do not know that Viego is on this Rift.
Hecarim looking for a gank here. Taking Rift instead.
Flandappy is still level 5, where the other two, the North Georgia bot lane, are both level 6.
Gwen doing next to 0 damage against Shen.
Yeah, this Shen's got a lot of armor right now. Hecarim is on the bot side, potentially looking for another dive in this bot lane. They do know he's there, but he's going anyway. A nice little...
Caught Nami outside of the turret range, too late to do anything about it. She does flash and might get out here. That vision back on there again, see that fight. FSC might be in trouble here.
Oh, and the Hecarim takes him out of Luxalt, but it doesn't matter. Gonna still pick up the kill. Kill going down on Viego and on Nami.
And Karma gets out safe. Jin in danger of being towered up again.
Hecarim still having ult.
That's 4 deaths on UNG's side. Very dangerous for them, especially because they're falling so far behind in gold once again.
That is a massive grouping of kills there for FSC. Now they are looking at a 4K gold lead at 11 minutes against North Georgia. That is just a massive lead. How quickly the tides can turn in League of Legends, and we just saw it.
So far, it's looking at UNG as having a bit of trouble trying to do their strategy. They want to have top lane be ahead, but he's their tank. What is he going to do when he's fed? Meanwhile, FSC is getting their bot lane ahead and actually being able to get these picks off, get these kills off, and getting drag stacking pretty easily.
A nice flash by Lux to get out. Lux did not have any mana, so she could not throw out anything to stop the oncoming assault.
Oh, top lane gank looking like it's going to happen again here. Good Kid HA at 100 health, dying to Shen.
But Dorican is there and going to pick up this kill.
Slowly but surely, tank's fighting kind of funny.
Hecarim is now 5-0 with a massive bit of gold there to play with.
Lux ulting to get some farm.
You know, sometimes if you're sitting on the ult long enough, you might as well just throw it out, pick up some gold.
Well, yeah, you have a 30-second ult cooldown. Might as well just farm with it.
That is true.
Kill a full wave, shove, who knows.
Dragon is going to go on the side of North Georgia there.
Their first drag of the set here.
It is their first drag of the series. You gotta. It always starts with one. So they got their one. Now they look to hopefully pick up 2 or turn this game around.
JP Montgomery and Dracon just invading each other's jungles here. Fight happening bot lane. Caitlyn ult gets canceled. Should be up in a couple of seconds again. Jin ulting, but might get killed for it. Nope.
Oh, and a kill goes down on Caitlyn. Now Karma is kind of hiding. Might get a kill on the Jin. She does.
Jin just got gamered on.
Holy cow.
Oh, my lord.
You know, that's just a Dylan diff, you know? Dylan diff.
Yeah. With Hecarim where he is in the enemy blue jungle, it's going to be pretty easy for them to secure this mid lane tower and possibly get first tower here.
There is still a 4K gold lead on the side of Florida Southern. They have 10 kills. North Georgia only has 4. A nice ult by Hecarim, and Brand gets erased.
Brand's just trying to live his life and just got deleted from existence. Thanos stepped.
Yes, he
Bye.
did. Yeah. Good night. Now Florida Southern just has decided that this bot jungle is theirs now.
Yeah, with them taking that first turret mid lane, it's not like UNG can do much here, but with FSC's ADC out of the fight right now, it's kind of difficult for them to get the advantage here.
2 kills going on the side of North Georgia. This is not going the right way for Florida Southern.
As we mentioned earlier, Viego is quite the scary man to have a lead on, and he's getting some kills. He's getting quite a bit of gold here, at least in comparison to the rest of his team.
Absolutely. We look at a kill count here. Lux up 3-0, 3 kills, 0 deaths. Hecarim 5 kills, 0 deaths. Caitlyn has 2, but does have her Gale Force now. This Hecarim's going to continue to look pretty scary. Lux is going to start doing a lot of damage, and Caitlyn continues to output damage pretty consistently. So Florida Southern looking really strong. On the side of North Georgia, we've got a Viego that's 4-1. That's going to be equally scary when we start looking at some team fights. But if Florida Southern can shut him down and take him out early in the fights, there's not going to be much on the side of North Georgia for them.
And on the side of FSC, when they were like focusing this bot lane to get their ADC ahead, I feel like they made kind of a mistake because Hecarim ended up getting quite a few of those kills, and as he's pretty much their front line, I feel like not having a lot of that gold on the ADC might hurt them a tiny bit later.
A nice stun
Unless
there
Jin
by
just
Dylan,
dies.
and Nami goes down, as well as Jin. A nice 2 kills there for Florida Southern.
2 turrets down on UNG's side, them unable to grab a singular turret so far. Rift Herald's still up, but FSC's on the bot side. UNG not being able to do much about it as they're trying to counter that bot lane push. Getting that kill on Hecarim, a huge shutdown for Brand.
Definitely a massive shutdown gold there. Hecarim got a little excited, overextended, not much vision in that bot side jungle, so Viego kind of walked in and took the kill. Definitely a little bit of a lapse of judgment there by the Mox, but
Oh my
Dragowski erasing Nami from existence with 1 combo. That's just what Lux does when she's 4-0.
With Hecarim down, Viego's going to get this Rift Herald for free. Unfortunate mistake on the side of Hecarim for pushing up so far.
Gwen just trying to live her life in top lane. Down a bit of gold, died a couple times.
Just farming. Kind of hard for her to fight Shen since she is an auto attack reliant champ. It's very difficult for her to do much against this big boy who grabbed plated steel caps to outright counter her.
We do have a little bit of objective gold up, and they did, North Georgia did get some of that when they took Herald.
Viego possibly getting caught out here. Spotted on FSC's Krugs. Instead, Shen's just gonna die.
Potentially here. Yeah, there's an
he's
ult
dead.
by Hecarim. And the kill. Now, Viego is still up in our topside jungle, but I don't think...
It doesn't look
Florida
like
Southern
FSC
knows.
noticed him.
I don't think so. Dragon does come up in 10 seconds. Florida Southern should be able to have priority on this Dragon.
Yeah, especially with both mid and bot turrets gone for UNG. FSC should not have much trouble getting prio here at all. UNG has nothing to back up to except their second tier turrets, and they're so far away from it if they push up. They have to look to steal here, if anything. Hipster G almost dying from Brand. Might die from the burn here.
Oh,
And
Hipster does.
Hipster falls.
Caitlyn does fall on that.
FSC taking drag, Viego topside, so he can't really do much about this. FSC secures their second drag of the game. Surprisingly close on drags, honestly.
Dragowski's picking up gold, picking up kills with 4 kills and 160 farm. Lux is looking pretty scary.
On UNG's side, it's 18 minutes in, and FSC isn't in their base yet, so I feel as though their slight adjustment in strategy from having their carry be top lane to having their carry be in the jungle might have been a good idea for them.
It potentially could, but usually one fed carry isn't going to carry the game when
Oh
the
no,
rest
I'm just
are.
saying they're dying slower.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right. Good point, good point. A root by Lux. Lux again, just erasing people off the map. Nice.
Her
Dylan
ult's down
there.
halfway to being up again, so she can just delete any stragglers if she feels like
It's
it.
ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. Shen trying to escape, getting slowed to oblivion. A stun again by Dylan.
Flynn
And
takes
Florida
another
Southern-
kill.
Florida Southern's just running them down at this point. 19-minute mark. Up
Because of how-
8K gold.
Because of how down UNG is in general, they can't do anything in team fights here.
No.
Not even sure if they can stall the game at this point.
There's not a lot going on the side of North Georgia when we look at this outcome of the game and what they're able to do. Florida Southern just big. They're big champions right now. I mean, they've got a lot of gold, a lot of kills. Look at a 7-0 Lux, a 7-1 Hecarim. Florida Southern is going to back out here and reset. They probably do have a lot of gold to go spend.
I'm sort of questioning Viego's decision to run in there, especially with most of their team still waiting to respawn, if I'm correct. Couldn't really do much, especially against the Fed Florida Southern, probably hoping to get a Penta. Nami's back to the gray screen again.
I think we might need to do a montage of all the stun ults from Lux this game and erasing champions off the map.
Keep in mind, she didn't even do her full combo there. She just
No.
Q ulted.
No, Q ult.
She
That's it.
didn't do E.
That's it. That's all Lux has done. Q ult and the champions just, they're gone.
Jin W's Lux for an entire 90 damage. Jin feeling the pain of being behind as Jin, not able to do much. Jin gets deleted again.
And there's a
My
Lux ult that time.
Oof.
Does the Viego get away? No.
Viego dying again. FSC gonna take this Baron here without UNG being able to do much about it. All they have is a Shen and a Nami, and well, you see what happens to Nami when she walks up. Baron to the side of FSC with a 10 grand gold lead.
Just a massive lead from the side of Florida Southern here. Now they're going to clear the enemy jungle and continue increasing that gold lead. Lux is now 9-0, Hecarim 7-1.
FSC looking to push topside with that Baron buff. Gonna be a dangerous fight for them. Draken looking to just farm his blue side for now.
Nice wave clear there by North Georgia. They did put out a lot of what they have. Jin ult. Looks to try to kill Karma, doesn't quite do it. They get away. Going to be a reset on the side of Florida Southern. They do still have the Baron buff. They will continue to apply this pressure. We do have a dragon coming up in 1 minute. "45 seconds to Drake." We're starting to see Florida Southern rotate down to that bot side to start getting vision and priority to take this dragon. Viego. Gwen getting a little excited there, a little confident. Viego just going to back off.
I'd be confident too. Honestly, Post finally coming back.
That's true.
After that top lane, that hurt.
That's fair. That's fair.
She
Gwen has picked
won
up
it.
a couple kills, won the trade a little bit.
She technically won top lane. She didn't lose her turret, but that looked painful
That's
to play.
fair. That's fair. That matchup has got to be a little difficult.
Yeah, a character that can just cancel out.
Oh,
Gwen
this is looking scary. Here
unaware
for
of
Gwen.
Viego just
Although,
chilling there.
Gwen is for some reason 2 levels up on this Viego.
Somehow.
This Viego is a little bit behind on the XP side of things.
UNG's carry is now behind.
Yes. Just a little bit.
Unable to do anything against FSC just taking their inhib bot turret.
Gonna take this inhib here.
Viego having to ult out because he just gets bursted.
Gwen's
Gwen's
barely
low, but
alive.
she's just out. She's out of there.
FSC still has this Baron buff. They're going to be pushing, knocking on the door, and there is another erase by
erase.
the Q ult.
24 minutes in, and FSC has a 13 grand gold lead, pushing on UNG's Nexus once again.
Taking down this second turret. Now looking towards the Nexus.
FSC ends at pretty much 24 minutes exactly.
24-minute game. Florida Southern Mox taking down University of North Georgia in this best-of-3 series. 2 games to none. Your Mox take the victory in week number 2 of PeachBelt Conference, and we'll be back next week on Saturday, I believe, at this point at 3 p.m. And that match is against Lander University, I believe. Should be an exciting one.
Yeah, some more fun-filled games, especially as fun to watch as this one. I loved seeing that.
It was awesome. I love watching the Mox take a victory. I'm never going to complain about that.
Not even the forfeits.
Well, the forfeits I'll complain about a little bit. But Florida Southern, there's a lot of exciting things to take away from this game, and I'm excited to watch the rest of the season. Any lasting thoughts from UT?
I'm thinking FSC has a really strong bot lane this season, absolutely dominating both of these matches here. And with their top lane being able to not lose too hard, having a bit of trouble, but being able to provide that support to the rest of the team. I feel like he would be very good on different support top laners so that he can provide the damage control and then help bot lane dominate even harder, kind of focusing that carry side on FSC's bot lane.
Definitely. I think this team is looking scary. I'm excited to see them go up against some of the best teams in PeachBelt. I'm confident about it. They've been putting a lot of work. They've been working with Zoo, a little bit of coaching here and there, and it's been good. I'm excited. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and come back. Follow us on Twitch. Get the notification when we go live. We will be back. I believe Rocket League plays on Monday night, and then the league team will be back next Saturday. Until then, have a great rest of the week, everyone, and good night.
Good night.